So, this video is titled Setting Up for the Final Round. So, we already did the third round, and this is basically how the leaderboard stacks up, if you can see that. And I will, actually what I can do is kind of provide a little bit more of a leaderboard view like we have done in the past, and so that's the way that the final round leaderboard will start. So what do we need to do? Well, we got a couple things we have left to do here before we get moving into that Sunday showdown between a lot of good golfers here. Actually, this grouping here at 10 under is quite strong, and so Magallanes is pretty strong as well. But you've got guys from here that if they start putting together some birdies, it could get kind of interesting here. So what I do here, let's just pan out for a while. So I have a binder, and let's not, we don't quite need the direct light anymore, but I do need to kind of I don't know if that's any better. Let's do this, and let's turn this off. That's good for now. All right, so I have my notebook here that I keep, and it's got all sorts of extra things in the pockets here. I have some extra score sheets. I keep all of my past score sheets, as you can see here, chronological order. And I'm going to take out one of the, we're going to do pairings for this. I don't know whether it was pairings or threesomes, but we'll do pairings anyway because it's just the way I feel like I'm going to roll. So we'll take that out. And I kind of dinged up my corner here on this sheet, but that's okay. And I couldn't remember why I had some blank printer paper here, and now I absolutely remember, and that's because I like having a back to write on here. So, you know, I get some paper, and then for some reason that notebook paper isn't quite so handy when it comes to that. It's not the same size. So what do we got here? Your Hanover Hotel, Alan Shaw. Well, thanks for dropping in. So I'm trying to keep these things in view, but I also would like to bring in my, because this is really where the leaderboard is. I'd like to kind of be able to show you guys this, but it's pretty. And I gotta put this off to the side. Let's see if I can do this in a way that you can see much of it. Let's put these off here, because I don't think we really need to see them with that leaderboard up there. Okay. That's better. And let's do this. Let's take this guy right here, delete this, delete. And then what we'll do is we'll just focus in on the score sheet. There we go. Okay, so it's now time to set up the score sheet. This tournament is the 2018 Lone Star Open. Course is Alamo Oaks Golf Club. Okay. We'll have to figure out the conditions later. So what we do is we set up the final round contenders. So we've got in first place Patrick Kieran. And his third round total, if you recall, is 202. And then you've got tied for second Enrique Magallanes. He's at 203. And then I'm just going to do So they're one shot back. You can see there how we do that. We got the 3 guys. Then you've got tied for this. That's through 4. So you got tied for 5th. You've got a 2-way tie. David Alvestad at 204. That's 2 shots behind, and along with Chico Fonseca. And then we got a 5-way tie at 7th. Danny Gallatin, Dustin Emmerich. So this is at 205. That's 3 shots behind. Trent McAdams. Braden LaSalle. And Martin Van Dyke. He's going to be in 12th. 206, 4 back. Okay, so that's how our leaderboard looks. Now, we set up the pairings, and so the first pairing, the second player of the first pairing is going to be Martin Van Dyke. So, again, it's kind of tough because I guess what I can do is this. Be a little better. So he's going to be Van Dyke, all right? And then what we need to do is we're going to have to figure out which of these 5. And also Patrick Kieran will be the first of the final pairing. And then from there we got to figure out. So the way I figure that is well, it's a great I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. I think what we do is we take the last one in is the lowest. So the first one who ends up in a pile ends up being what you would consider to be the kind of the lowest score, if you will. So with Van Dyke, it's going to be Braden LaSalle Jr. And then we're going to have McAdams. Gareth Leonard. And then Danny Gallatin. And Dustin Emmerich. So those are the first 3. Now we're going to come up here to the -12 pairing of David Alvestad and Chico Fonseca. And then we've got, we'll go with Westinghouse, Foch, so Steve Fauci and John Westinghouse, and finally it'll be Enrique. Fortunate enough to get in that final pairing. We'll see if he can work any mind games and try and get to Patrick Kieran. Okay, so that's how the final round is going to stack up. Let's get out the cards here. The course cards, that is. So we are at Alamo Oaks, if I can find it here somewhere. Oaks. Okay, so let's again, I want to set it up here for, so it's a 4, 5, 3. Set up pars here. 4, 4, 4. 3, 5, 4. That's an even 36. 2 par 5s, 2 par 3s, and then we've got 4s to lead off the back 9. Then we got a 3, a 5, and a 4. That par 5 looks very relatively easy. It's like a scoring hole. So 3, 5, 4, and then 3, 4, 5, and not such an easy par 5 to end it. So 72, and the total will be 288. Set those off here to the side. Okay, so then I'll do this offline, but then you just want to try and spread those out amongst them all. So what's left? Well, next off, we would like to set up the course conditions for the final round. So we need to get our game book, because the condition rolls are on the back, and so this is going to be southwest or Gulf, or I don't know. Let's see, what do they have here for? We have humid north. That's not it. New England, northern Europe. You have northern U.S. No. Canada, Great Lakes. No. Central U.S. That's not too far off. Maybe southern U.S., probably humid subtropical. We'll go western U.S., desert or arid. Texas is a little like that, but West Coast, no. I'm going to say southern U.S. So this is, what do we say, May? So in May, in southern U.S., we got 11, and I think you need to roll the decider die to have 11 equal rain. So pretty unlikely. 22 for windy, 66 for slow greens. So let's zoom into a little different view. We got, so no rain, were we? All right, we'll come back out here because, so this is normal conditions. What we'll do is let's do it like this. That's not the right one either, is it? This one. There we go. So there. So what we're going to do is we will, again, I could have taken a capture of this, but let's do this. So we're going to start with Enrique Magallanes. We will roll the white one first, and then the black one will be the secondary roll. So first we see which of the tourney, so we roll one, it gives us into this column here. Caddy, sponsored problem, media problem, clubhouse problem, or benefit. It could be trainer, could be internal. So let's see, we've got a 4. So that 4 be clubhouse. That's conflicts, alliances with other golfers. And let's roll the black one and we'll see which one it is. 2. Gonna get the stormy quality, and then we roll the decider die. It'll be till further notice if you get a bullet on the decider die. So let's put these two right up here. That could really affect Magallanes. He's hoping that this is a knotted bullet. And it isn't, so he will only be stormy for this round. And none of the mood rolls can affect him positively. He will be stormy the entire round. So again, we will roll the, what did I do? I think I did the black one first and then the white one, so maybe not. Doesn't matter. So we'll do the black one first this time. And this will be Patrick Kieran, the leader. Another clubhouse roll. And then we'll roll the white one. 3. Starts the round with So we will roll the brown die now. He's going to get blue chips to start, which should help him out, and we'll see how many. It'll equal the number of blue chip. It'll equal the die that we roll here. And it'll be 2. Starts with 2 blue chips. Okay. Next up, Braden LaSalle Jr., who is at minus 11. 3 shots back at the lead. So we will start with this, and it's a 1. So that will be caddy. So let's see what kind of a caddy perk or issue he will have. 2. He'll gain a choice quality, and if we roll the decider die and it's a dot, it'll be he gets it till further notice. And he doesn't, but he can choose one, and let's take a look at his card here. So he's a Shaper, Hero, Utility, Sandy. You know what I'm going to add for him? I assume you could add gold. We're going to add gold to his putting, so he's going to have a bit of an advantage there with a gold putting advantage. So I'm going to probably check the play games group at Facebook to be sure that I can add that one. If we can't add that one, if it has to be something that's a little more like a tangible quality, we'll probably give him try to give him legend on his woods, since he's already pretty good with his irons. But okay, so John Westinghouse, we will roll the black die first. Another clubhouse roll. So we'll leave that 4 there, and let's see what he's got. 2, so he's going to get the stormy quality. Now, how long will he have that? He's 1 behind. We have yet to see a dot here. This would kick out another TFN. Oh. Oh. Got a little, decided I got a little excited there and decided to jump off the... Okay, so it's not going to be till further notice, so he will also be stormy. And now, so we've done all that, let's transfer this again. Stormy means he will be stormy the whole round. Who is the other one that's stormy? It's going to be Magellanus. And we're going to give Kieran 2 blues. And if allowed, LaSalle Jr. will get gold putting. So I think that about wraps it up. We would basically be ready for this. We could just go ahead now and kind of set up this aspect. So where is he? Van Dyke and LaSalle Jr. would be here. Then we got McAdams and Leonard. Then Emmerich and Gallatin. Fonseca, Alvestad. Kieran is obviously the last one, Magellanus, and then Foshi and Westinghouse. So, and in theory, we can go right ahead and put the 2 chips on Kieran right now so we don't forget. So that's about it. We've done about 20 minutes. Don't think there's anything else we really need to sort out. So there you can do there, I think. let's move it up a little bit. Here you go. See, 2. So, all right. Well, we'll try to get going with this. Maybe tonight, maybe Friday. I don't know which. So we don't need the D20 anymore. We've got our 4 dice. I use brown instead of silver. Just because they didn't sell me large silver dice, so I'm also going to consider whether or not to make a couple of minor changes to the course to help change the way it plays. Might try to make it a little bit easier. We'll see. Kind of thinking I'd like to see some lower scores and see if some guys can avoid some of the crap. So that's where I'm going to leave it here. So we've got some golf to play. What I might try to do is take pictures of these cards so that way they are in view. I've done the pictures of the whole cards before. I'm not sure what's easier. I think it might be easier to show the actual cards themselves rather than these cards rather than the whole cards, because we kind of like flip back and forth so much. But we'll see. I'm still trying to play around with the best way to deal with this. So, all right, Lone Star Open. We're getting there, pretty much ready to get into this final round and get it settled out. Might try to get a couple tournaments in here in the next week to try and push this project along. I'd like to kind of make some headway. So, all right, thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you a little later for round 1 of this tournament, or round 4 of this tournament. Sorry, the early pairings. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.